My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Squid Game Season 2. And I liked Season 1. It had a very unique aesthetic. I thought some of the characters were compelling. It was very intense. It could be very emotional. But all that said, the final 30 minutes where they reveal that player 001 was actually in on it the entire time just took away so much enjoyment for me. So I was pretty skeptical about season 2, especially because it just seemed like it would be more of the same. How can you make it feel new at this point? And they didn't succeed. I hated this season. I thought it was really terrible. So let's begin by talking about the characters. And Lee Jung-jae plays player 456 again, and I thought he did a great job. I love how he is the character with experience. He knows what he's talking about, and when he's watching things go down a certain direction, there's a hopelessness to it. That maybe human nature is just inevitable. So he brought some nice weight to everything going on. But the rest of the characters were completely forgettable. Player 456 has a friend in there that I never cared about. There's a pregnant girl, and I thought her pregnancy was going to come into play, but it never did. There's a mom and a son that had some depth to them. There's a trans character who talks about his procedures way too much, and the show desperately wants you to view him as a woman, and that's, of course, just false. There's a couple of ex-Marine characters who feel very generic. There's this bad guy named Thanos, and he just seemed like a generic villain. There's a crypto dude, and just none of these characters stand out. And whenever some of them might die, I never gave a single shit. And I think it's important to note that when I'm watching Squid Games, I'm watching it for the games. I want to see the challenges that these characters have to endure, and there is nowhere near enough focus on the games here. There just isn't. For this entire season, there's only three games. That's it. And only two of them are new. Like, I get you want to build the story and the characters, but come on. Know your audience. Know what they want, and they just failed to deliver. And there's these two subplots. One involving this one bad hench girl that I did not care about, and another subplot about these dudes looking for the island, and I just don't care. I really did not. And then there's a bunch of other big problems. One of them being that it's just more of the same, but worse. It's the exact same aesthetic, which still look nice, but it doesn't feel new. And just the same things happen. People realize, oh no, I might die in these games. And okay, let's just keep playing. And, wait, what? We can kill people outside the games? Oh, this changes everything. It's all been done before, and it has been done better. Another big problem is the pacing. this season is so dragged out to the point where it just pissed me off. The first 2 episodes could have been 1. Like, there is a scene of these guys following this one dude around, for no joke, at least 20 minutes. In episode 4, I think, it takes them 10 minutes to find a partner. And there's a new twist here where people can vote after each challenge to stay or to go. And holy shit, this just got so redundant at a certain point, and they spent so much time on this voting just to evoke the same emotions over and over again. Like, this entire season is just way too stretched out. Like, every episode could have lost 25 minutes. And nothing of value would be lost. And another big issue is the ending. This season ends on a cliffhanger, which is completely unsatisfying. Like, I like cliffhangers, but here I'm like, really? That's it? It just kind of went the way I thought it would, and it just took a really long time to get there. And I don't know, I guess I'll see what happens next year, but I did not like the ending whatsoever. And speaking of the ending, the action sucks. The finale of this season is filled with action. Only issue is that it's the most bland, repetitive action you will see. Like, the final episode has 30 minutes, it feels like, of 2 different groups of people in the exact same spot. And I'm just thinking, is nobody going to move? Is it not going to get tense or thrilling? No, it just did nothing for me. And it really pissed me off when it turns out that there was another passageway, and for some reason no one, like the good guys and the bad guys, didn't take that other passageway. It felt like it was actively trying to be as boring as possible. And there's an obvious reveal which I won't give away, but the show tips its hand way too much, and it just lacked any impact. What else? I will say there is some interesting music choices. So I thought the composer Jung-jae did a really good job. And the games like red light, green light, you've seen it done before. The second one is fine, but it feels like it goes on for far too long. The third one is definitely the best, but I had a difficult time telling who was who and what was going on. It felt really poorly put together. But yeah, I didn't like this season at all. It has its moments. There is a nice hopelessness to it. And no, that's it. It doesn't compare to the first season. It has terrible pacing. It's more of the same, but worse in every single aspect. I didn't care about any of the side characters. I didn't care about any of the subplots. The action sucked. It's just a terrible season of television that isn't worth your time. So I'm giving Squid Game Season 2 a 3 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Squid Game Season 2? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.